Well, we're like everybody else. We're just, thankful to be playing, and just hope we can get a lot of positive things going towards a very young team here in this 6-week period of time. People scramble to put schedules together, and teams aren't going to be in the normal type of shape that they would be in. But I think for everybody, fans, parents, kids, players, officials, coaches, we're all really, really excited, to jump in and just be back in the gym. It won't be the same type of circumstances, but it'll be something that I think everybody has been looking forward to and ready to get it going. Well, I think like a lot of teams, you were able to take the time you had, the small groups, individual work, whatever it was, and do stuff with your players. And then when it's announced that you can start, playing, and it's a quick turnaround, boy, you're throwing a schedule together, and you're trying to get a lot of 5-on-5 work done. For us, it's no ways near what it would normally be during a preparation for a normal season, because you just don't have the time. And I think the word that I would use was just prioritize a little bit. Certainly effort and teamwork, I think, are things that will be big early in the season. I think the easier you can make the game, and we've tried to work on stuff that can enhance that in practice, but until you get out and just really start playing, it's just a totally different preparation than what you would do if you had a 2.5-week period and then you were going to play in the Capital Classic. But I called Coach Lieb last weekend actually, and just said, hey, do you want to play? This is a non-conference game, so it's close. We felt like maybe we could just get in and let guys get their feet wet a little bit before we start conference play. And I know they have a game next Tuesday, as we do, and conference play will start then, and we just want to be prepared for that. And I think it's good to have maybe a couple of games under your belt. But we've tried to keep it simple, yet at the same time, you got to have some stuff in and be ready for what you're going to see from the other guy. Be interesting for sure. They've went through an interesting time in history, let alone with basketball. And I like these kids a lot. I think they're a really good bunch of guys. And it's up to us, me, the leader, and then us as a coaching staff, and them as players and a team, to try to come together and to handle this situation. We are blessed to have a really, really good player, one of the best players around in Chase Travis. And we've got a couple guys that have returned in Drew Blank and Alec Coker. Alec came off the bench at the end of the year, but Drew started all year. And, we have to have our young guns want to be good right now. And, when anybody ever asks about our preparation for this, it always has to be, you've got to get these guys. It's like taking 18, 19-year-old guys that first joined the Army, and you're trying to whip them into shape. And Chase is relying on them, and Drew's relying on them to step up and play. And we'll play we're going to play a lot of sophomores, and we're going to play a couple of freshmen. And with that goes a lot of unknown. And we're already in a situation where there's a lot of unknown. But if we'll stick to the things that we teach in our program, those things can be handled, and we feel like we can play effectively. It'll have some ups and downs. We're going to try to stick together and become a good team in a very short period of time. And then I think the exciting thing for us is that all of this, and we're going to try to win every time we don't tip it up. They're all back next year, and that's you're laying a lot of good groundwork for the future. And that doesn't mean that you don't want to win the games this year, but I think it's important that we teach these kids how. You're going to learn about handling adversity this year, and that's and moving forward, I think that's can be something that will be really beneficial for him down the line.